Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking more Wonder Woman. And Cinema Blend, kudos to them, 2 days ago, they talked about a mysterious short film that's attached to Wonder Woman. And if you read the article, you'll find out that Sony's actually putting out a movie, a very short film, called Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman, which will be about Wonder Woman in the early 1940s and Professor Marston. And you can go to the website. So I clicked on this right here and it sent me to the website, which is this, and it's called Professor M, There's More to Wonder Soon. Okay, and that's the portrait that you see, and it seems as though it's a short little background story on Wonder Woman. Listen carefully.
Who's Charles Moulton?
That is my pseudonym.
I wonder if you're the one with the secret identity.
So there you go. And this was his interesting relationship he had with two women. He had a mistress who he had gone to university with, and he had his wife. So there you go. So they're going to go into, in a very short, I think a short movie, they're going to go into Charles Moulton's background. This is going to be with Sony, but Warner Brothers had no problem with them doing that in conjunction with the Wonder Woman movie, so we'll hear a little bit more about that in time. So I thought I would update you guys on that. The other thing I want to talk about is the Amazons. The Amazons, I really was interested in the Amazons and their life on Themyscira. Look how huge her thighs are. Man, massive. It's like, damn, they're going to just put it on the Deathstroke right there. Somebody in the background was getting knocked out by, this Amazon here is getting knocked out by someone. Someone either hit her with something. I don't know what's going on there. There's another one dashing in there, and they're coming in on the horses. Man, that was just sick to see them in action. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really interested in their society. So here's some of the actors that actually acted in the movie. All right, I believe we saw this one on the screen when Steve Trevor was being interrogated. There's another one, and these are all, of course, black people, aka African, maybe African Americans, maybe even Africans, or maybe Europeans, who knows. But what we do know is they're pretty cool, and some of them we saw on film. They're all athletes, I think. This is Ann Wolfe, the famous Ann Wolfe, who is known for boxing. She was a world champion, heavyweight world champion, and she trains boxers. Here we have some CrossFit athletes. Some of them came from different environments. This lady, she came from being a dancer. You can look at the. I mean, shit, man. Look how strong they are. I mean, damn. I mean, they look strong, like freaking strong, y'all. I'm not playing, dude. But these are real athletes and real. I mean, they really pumping stuff. You see the veins all in their arms here. You know, she's an instructor actually. She instructs for CrossFit. So, and this other lady, she's tall. She's not so tall. And this lady's really a dancer, but she started doing CrossFit training and stuff. And shit, they don't play, man. They big and strong, right? Everybody in this picture looks big and strong. I mean, the freaking queen looks big and strong. This is my favorite character, Robin Wright. Her character is my favorite character in the Amazons. I really want to know more about the Amazons. And I'm not gonna lie, Robin Wright looks, she looks ripped, man. And then she had a battle scar on her arm and everything. You know, Steve Trevor doesn't look like a soldier. He looks like a, you know, like he's not seen war at all. Shit, you can't say that for Robin Wright's character. I mean, complete transformation. I know Robin Wright's like a hard ass Underwood in a certain television series. She's tough, but no, man, she looked military in this shit. She looked military in this movie, man. But she really wasn't. You know, I thought she was like gung ho, like you know, driven, like really aggressive and stuff. She's not really. Actually, she was really poised, very cerebral, always thinking through things. That's what I liked about her character. Gave me a totally different spin. She looked like a beast. I mean, in terms of like, she looked like she could fight and just dismantle everything and just, you know, destroy everyone. But actually, she wasn't that kind of leader, and so totally hit me for a spin. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect so much in this character here. And Antiope, man, this character gave me so much stuff, man, so much stuff. But you just look at her; she looks, intense. She's really, as much as she's intense, because she's seen war and stuff. She actually isn't the kind of intense you would expect, like, Xena Warrior Princess intense. No, she's actually not that kind of person. She's more of a coach. Man, I really love that character. I was so like, you see these two characters, man, they make the story, man. They make the story. I mean, the performance of Robin Wright is just, still gets me every single time. I have to go back just to see that character. This is my favorite character in the movie. Robin Wright, I mean, do you people know who Robin Wright is, first of all? She's acted just about the spectrum of characters you could ever act. Okay, Robin Wright has been in just about every kind of movie. So to see her transform into this particular kind of leader, that's not just a hard ass. I mean, if you just look at her, she looks like she would just destroy you, okay? But that's not all to this character, and that's what really shocked me. I didn't expect that. So much dimension to that character. That Robin Wright, man, she can act. She can really act, and she really gets into character. And she's done so much. Her body of work is just so sick, man. I'm actually going to something. I'm gonna deal with Robin Wright separately another time. Now, Chris Pine, he like I said, he had a gentle side to him, and this, Chris Pine can pull that off. Even when he was Captain Kirk in Star Trek, he was comical. He's kind of offbeat character sometimes, and makes a lot of mistakes. But the soft side of Chris Pine, you don't see that every day. And this dude, he's not a pretty boy. Absolutely not. He's like an Indiana Jones and all of that. But there was a soft side to the guy as well. And when I say soft, I'm not saying feminine. It wasn't a feminine soft. It was like a genuine feeling of a wish to not hurt people. That kind of feeling was in this guy, and I think that's what made him so special in this movie. He really wasn't. He killed a couple people, but he really wasn't killing a lot in this movie. I love the character. I love Chris Pine's character, and I love Antiope's character. I mean, Robin Wright's character. I can't get over them. I really can't. They really had a serious emotional impact on me. And Antiope, for the brief, I mean, she wasn't on screen for if she was collectively on screen for 2 minutes, that's a lot. Alright? She wasn't on screen for that long, but you learned so much about the character in that short space of time and identified with the character. It shocked you that this character was gone. It was gone. I was like, no! Alright. Now I want to show you guys, just basically I'm focusing exclusively on Diana Thymoscira right at this point in time. I want you to see how Gal Gadot, her facial expression, how she looks, right? Look at Gal Gadot's also how she's built, okay? Look at her face. This is what I was telling you. Gal has this little beak here, almost like a bird. She's bird-like. She has a little beak here, a little dip here, all right? And her cheekbones. I mean, to get Gal is not that easy because she's not your usual kind of standard kind of good-looking person. She's got this uniqueness to her, right? So, and that uniqueness actually makes her very real because she feels earthy because of the uniqueness. And it's not just her looks that does that. It's just her mannerisms, how she behaves and stuff. But suffice it to say, to capture Gal. Now, why am I talking about this? Because Hot Toys still has a long ways to go before they can capture Gal Gadot. Okay, this, first of all, feels like a wax figure. But on top of that, they don't capture the features that make Gal what she is. See here, you gotta catch that little beak there, that little dip. You gotta get that. They didn't do that. Otherwise, I don't know why they furrowed her brows. They shouldn't have furrowed here. Like they did that with Henry Cavill as well with Superman. Shouldn't do that. The other thing is, They got the sink here. You're seeing the sink marks, but they still haven't captured. You see, it's the cheekbones. You got to get that cheekbone thing going there, and you got to get the little beak here. And those are the two things they just could not get. They haven't succeeded at doing that. That's how you get the likeness of Gal. From this angle, it kind of looks like Gal, but again, her face is a little longer as well. Let me show you Gal's face here. See, Gal's face is kind of long, so you got to catch her face too. Look at this is Gal here. This is Gal here. See, she furrowed the brow. You know she's gonna fire something there, right? But this is Gal. She has a longish face. Okay, she's got that little beak thing going on down there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people have it, some people don't, right? And she's got that she's got that cheekbone thing going on there. So you got to catch those things. It's the cheekbone, it's the furrow. See, they kind of got the shape of Gal, but you see, you got to get that cheekbone involved there. You got to shade that cheekbone in. But the cheekbones have a lot to do with it. And then to keep it from a generic face, you got to get that little beak in there. It's a beak thing. It's a beak thing. And even when she here she's really putting effort into something right there. This is what they were trying to get here, but you still didn't quite get it because you didn't get look at Gal again here. Look at Gal here. See, her mouth goes up a certain kind of way. So you have to kind of focus on it. And again, the cheekbone. See, the cheekbone has a lot to do with what she does. You got to get that cheekbone. If you don't get the cheekbone, you're just not going to get this figure. So they have some work to do on Gal. I know I've seen a number of figures that actually captured the essence of Gal Gadot, but her mouth was closed, of course, in those things. In this one, they get the eye, they get the nose, the cheekbones. They still got some work to do on that, and they got to get the lip. You got to get the lip with Gal Gadot. Okay? Everything else is cool. Now, in terms of performance, all time, there's a number of female superheroes or female anti-hero films that came out. We had Barbed Wire back in 1996. And when it debuts, the opening weekend, this is the amounts it made. And then post-debut, the gross that they got. So this made under $20 million, okay? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right, it made under $20 million. Barbed Wire was a flop. And that was, I think, is Pamela Anderson. Then you got Tank Girl. Tank Girl came out in 1995, and that was also a box office flop. Then you had Sheena. I don't know anything about Sheena, so I can't tell you anything about it. Red Sonja. I didn't know Red Sonja came out, but that also was a box office flop. My Super Ex-Girlfriend, which I guess was a comedy of some kind, and it made some money, but again, I guess it was a box office flop. Elektra in 2005 was a box office flop. Supergirl in 1984, box office flop. Catwoman, 2004, box office flop. So this is the first superhero movie to debut over $100 million to start with, and we'll see what it ends up grossing. But at the end of the day, Wonder Woman definitely has stepped out on the right foot. We'll see how it ends up. Love this. This is some art. They kind of caught Gal Gadot's face. Again, they have some work to do in terms of the distance between the nose and the mouth. It's a little bit too wide here. That's the problem. The mouth's pretty good, but you got to close the distance here. But they really tried hard with this art. Kind of looks meh. It doesn't look like Gal particularly, but they tried. Here is Patty Jenkins. This is the person who really made this film possible to be good, and that's Patty. And here she's giving directions as to what should be done next. And there is Mrs. Wonder Woman herself. I guess from henceforth we'll just call her Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. And I hope her back heals up so she can really be okay. So you gotta take some rest, man. Get that thing in order so she can move forward. And here is just someone doing some artwork on it. It's named Maxi Artwork, Wonder Woman here. And there's just a ton of artwork out there on Wonder Woman now. So there you go. I thought this I would share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you can always go and check out the short movie that's going to be on Wonder Woman, which is to do with the first author of Wonder Woman. All right, you guys have a great one.